Good afternoon and welcome to I Do in the Caribbean Facebook group. I'm Sandra and I'm the admin for this group. I'm a destination wedding planner specializing in the Caribbean and Mexico. So I can help you plan your wedding if you're looking to do a destination wedding. I'm also a travel agent, so I can actually book honeymoons or special events if you're doing that. But for this group, what I try to do is bring you information that can help you in your destination wedding planning. And today, I think I wanted to focus on looking for the right resort. How do you know what type of resort it is? Is it going to be good for your wedding? So I thought I would go over most of the popular resort brand to give you an idea of what these resort brands offer to see if that can help you along your journey in trying to pick the right destination. So, people normally pick a destination wedding or pick an all-inclusive resort because that's really what I specialize in. Because you want a resort that there's reasons why you want an all-inclusive resort. First thing, everything is in one place. So by picking a destination that's an all-inclusive, everything you need will be in that one place. You don't have to manage multiple venues. If you're doing a destination wedding locally, most time you have to manage the photographer, the videography, the floors, decor. You have to go out and have contracts with those people. But having everything in the resort, the wedding planners on resort will take care of all those details of sourcing the different vendors that you're going to need for your wedding. So having an all-inclusive means that everything is in one place. There's also more inclusion and perks. Planning your wedding at an all-inclusive resort can get you free room if you have in a group contract, or if your group is big enough, you could get free events like a free cocktail or other free events that you can get by bringing a large group to an all-inclusive resort. You get to spend more time together. Everyone's at the same resort. Everybody leaves their pocketbook at home. Everything is already paid for. You could just have fun with each other. And also it's less stress, meaning that just having it in one place, meaning there's less coordination you have to do, and it's just less of a headache. So it reduces your stress by trying to pick that right resort that would be perfect for your destination wedding. What's included? If you're picking an all-inclusive resort, most time the cost of that package will include your accommodations, all meals, all drinks, tip and taxes, and your entertainment. So, this is something that's included in the all-inclusive package. So you have to worry about, do I need to entertain my guests once they get on resort? Do they have to spend more money once they're there? Most time it's no, unless they want other services, like if they want to go on tours, if they want to do spa treatment or any kind of special occasion they want to celebrate, like if they want to have a candlelight dinner on the beach, those will come at additional cost. But most often everything you need is included at the resort. So that's why sometimes an all-inclusive resort is just worth it. One of the first brand I want to talk about is Sandals and Beaches Resort. And the reason why I put this one up there because Sandals is one of those unique brands, I would say, that have resorts, but they're not all over the place. Their resorts are only in a few places. So and also Sandals is the adult brand and Beaches is the family friendly. So that's one thing you need to be looking at when you're picking a resort, is understanding what kind of guests are going to be attending your wedding. You want to make sure that you're picking a resort that's going to be a good fit for them. So if you're having an all adult wedding, then I would say look for resorts that are all adults. You don't have kids around. But if you're going to have a family friendly resort, you got to try to pick or find the right resort that's a family friendly resort that will be ideal for your wedding. So that's something definitely you need to think about when you start planning, is the type of resort that you're looking for. Because there's so many resorts out there and a lot of them are adults only. And you're going to be disappointed when you find the right hotel, but they don't allow kids. So Sandals and Beaches is one of those resorts. Sandals is for adults only and Beaches resorts are for kids. So Sandals have 8 resorts in Jamaica. They have 2 beaches. So they have one in Negril and one in Ocho Rios. So those are the family-friendly resort they have. And they have 6 Sandals properties spread out throughout Jamaica. So there's 2 in Montego Bay. There's one in Negril. There's two in Ocho Rios. So you have a wide selection of different locations to think about if you're looking for a wedding at Sandals. They also have 3 resorts in St. Lucia, which is all adults. They have Bahamas, which is all adults only, Barbados, Grenada, Antigua. Turks and Caicos is the other beaches resort that they have, and that one obviously is a family-friendly one. And they're going to be opening a new resort in Curacao in 2022, which is also a Sandals resort. But coming soon, they're going to have 2 more resorts in Jamaica, one Sandals and another beach resort. And they're going to be opening a resort in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So the reason why I like Sandals, because they're not in Mexico, they're not in DR, they're in just certain unique Caribbean islands. So if you're looking for something like non-cooker cutter, I would say, or just want to get married in a place that is not as popular as Mexico or Dominican Republic, then Sandals could be a good choice for you, because they have resorts that are in these smaller islands that will offer you a lot. So why would you pick a Sandals resort? Oh, my pictures are gone. Normally, you're going to pick a Sandals resort because it's going to offer you something different. And that's the reason why I always kind of recommend Sandals Resort. Sandals Resort offer you over the water. So they offer you over the water chapel and over the water bungalow. So also their room selections are a little bit different from other resorts. Sandals Resort are all uniquely different. They're not the same. Room categories are not the same in all the resorts, so it just gives you a little different flair. They have multiple room category, which can be confusing for some people, but because they're so different, you have a lot to choose from. They have a lot of resort or suites that are on the water, around the water. So they believe in romance and having more romantic suite. So if you're not even getting married at a Sandals Resort would be perfect if you're looking to do a honeymoon or something like that. But they do have 2 over-the-water chapel, one in St. Lucia, and they have 2 in Jamaica. So if you're looking to do a small wedding, because over-the-water chapels can only fit about 30 people within the chapel. So if something you're dreaming about getting married on the water, Sandals does offer these over-the-water chapels that you can get married in St. Lucia and also in Jamaica. So those are good choices. And the reason why I put it here, because they have also over-the-water bungalows. So if you want to have a nice honeymoon, you want to stay in a villa or a bungalow on the water, they do offer you that in St. Lucia and also in Jamaica. So it's a different experience you could have than in regular other hotels, because they don't have the over-the-water like Sandals does. So that's one thing that I would say would be unique about Sandals, because it offers you these different things. So as I said before, you see the over-the-water chapel here, and they also have a Catholic chapel in Montego Bay. So if you're Catholic, you need a chapel to get married in, Sandals does offer you that also. So it's just a matter of what you're looking for and finding that resort that speaks to you, and understand that this might be the place that you want to get married. But you do have to do research, and you have to really have a vision. You have to be able to understand what you want from your wedding, because as you said, it's difficult to pick a resort if you don't know what you want. And once you know what you want, you can find a resort that offers that. So that's part of the research that you have to do. You want to get married on the water, what resorts have over the water chapel? Sandals has that. What resort have Catholic chapel on premises that you can get married? Sandals have that. If you're looking for some romantic honeymoon suite, they offer you so much variety. So it's just a good thing that I would say Sandals offer. Another one of the resort brand that I like is Playa Resort. And Playa Resort, they're located in Mexico, Jamaica, and Dominican Republic. I like their brand because I think their food is delicious, and also they have good customer service, and also just selections of resort and the quality that inclusion that you get. So they have multiple resorts. So when you see these, you'll know that they're all in the same family. So the first one I would say on here is Sanctuary, and that's an adult only. And that one, I think the only sanctuary they have is in Cap Cana, which is in DR. They have the Hyatt, and they have both adult and family. They have the Hilton, they have the Jewel Resort, and they have the Panama Jack Resort. So in Jamaica, they have the Hyatt Ziva family. So Ziva is 4-letter, and that means family, kids. So if you see Ziva in anything, that's a family resort. Hyatt Zalara is adult only. The good thing about this particular resort in Jamaica is that the Hyatt Ziva and the Hyatt Zalara are next to each other. So if you're doing a wedding and you have kids attending, you can have your wedding on the Ziva side and have people staying in the Zalara side, which is the adult only side. So this is a unique that you have almost like two resort in one, and you can still have a family wedding without people leaving to go someplace else, because right next door is an adult only part of the Hyatt brand. They also have the Hilton Rosal, which is a family friendly resort, which I really like, and that's also all part of the same, under the same brand. Jewel Grand is also a family resort. Jewel Paradise Cove is adult only. So these are things when you're thinking about the resort, is understanding if it's family only or it's adult only. Do they have a sister property? You know, these are things you need to be jotting down and doing research when you're trying to select that perfect resort for your wedding. In Mexico, we have a lot of Hyatt. So a lot of family resorts are in Mexico. So you have the Hyatt Ziva Cancun. And then in the Hyatt Ziva Cancun, there's a building, that's the turquoise building, that's adult only. So within Ziva, there is another building that adults can stay in there. So that's pretty darn good. They have the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun, which is a new resort that just opened. They have the Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos. They have the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta. And then you have the Hyatt Zalara in Cancun. This one is not next to the one, to the Hyatt Ziva in Cancun, so they're not sister properties. They have the Hilton Playa del Carmen. They have the Panama Jack Cancun and the Panama Jack Playa del Carmen. The Panama Jacks and the Hilton, I would say, are, if you're looking at tiers, I would say the Hyatt Ziva, Zalara are the higher tier one. And then as you go down, Panama Jack is more budget friendly. So if you want to be in the same brand, but at a lower price point per room, I would say you can look into the Panama Jack Resort, because they're all the same brand. It's just a lower tier cost per room for those resorts, and they're beautiful resort. This picture is a picture of their gazebo at Hyatt Ziva Cancun. In Dominican Republic, they have the Sanctuary Cap Cana, the Hilton Zalara Cap Cana, the Hilton Ziva Cap Cana, and the Hilton La Romana family-friendly resort. So we have two family-friendly and two adults only. This picture is from the Hilton La Romana, which I was here when they did this decor. So that's actually my picture that I took. Is they have so much great location for a destination wedding. It's a family-friendly resort. It just opened a new water park there. So it's really a fun resort for you. If you're looking for a family-friendly resort and you're looking for an option, this would be a great option for you. The next set of resort I want to talk about is the Amr Collection. And under this, and they're located in Jamaica, Mexico, DR, and Costa Rica. Well, more Panama, St. Martin, Curacao, and then we have some in Spain and Greece, but we're not going to touch those. So the brand that you're looking for, when you see these brands, they're all under the same umbrella. Zoltree, which is adults only. Secrets, which is adults only. Breathless, which is adult only. Dreams, which is a family resort. Now is a family resort, and they have Sunscape is a family resort. And this is going from the highest cost to the lowest cost. So if you're looking for budget, you have to go down to like Dreams, and Now are more in budget. So this is just letting you know that they're all under the same umbrella, but they're just a little bit different. So these are some pictures from Dreams, which is the popular resort brand, I would say, because it's family friendly. So this is where most of the weddings that I've done are Dreams Resort. And I said Dreams Resort. I wish they had a Dream Resort in Jamaica. They don't. They have Secrets, which is adults only. But Dreams Resort to me is a great price point if you're looking to have a destination wedding, because they have great location and the wedding packages are really very reasonable. So they have a lot of resorts in Mexico and a lot of resorts also in DR. So if you're looking for an affordable resort to think about, you can think about the Dreams brand resorts. Palace Resort. I do like Palace Resort a lot. And Palace Resorts are in Mexico and Jamaica. So they're located in Mexico and Jamaica. So this is a nice picture of a beach wedding. So with Palace Resort, they only have one resort in Jamaica, and most of the other resorts are in Mexico because it's a Mexico-owned brand. So you'll see they have mostly all their resorts are going to be in Mexico. So I've taken this from TripAdvisor, and their resorts have been ranked about around the top 10 as the best all-inclusive resorts. So these are just some of the ranking. You have LeBlanc Spa Resort in Cancun. This is one of their top tier resort, and it's adults only, but it's like the top of if you're looking for luxury, this is the resort that you want to go to because it's a great honeymoon resort. You can also have destination wedding there, but it's adult only, but it's at the top of the budget. It's a very luxurious hotel. And you have Moon Palace, which I love. They have a Moon Palace in Jamaica, which is a family-friendly resort. They have Moon Palace also in Cancun. They have resorts in different places within Mexico. There's a lot of choices for these. These resorts are big resorts. The customer service on these resorts are great. The food is great. The entertainment is good. So this is really a good resort if you're looking to have a destination wedding. If you can find the right one that fits you, would be a good choice if you're looking at resorts in Mexico. Other resorts that are good, I would say, is the Blue Diamond Resort. And the Blue Diamond Resort, you don't really see the Blue Diamond name. You really see Royalton. So if you're looking at a Royalton resort, it's part of the Blue Diamond brand. And, when you look at Royalton Luxury Resort, they're all family resorts. So that's something that's good, that if it says Royalton Luxury Resort, that's a family brand. If it says Hideaway by Royalton, that's adult only. If it says Royalton Chic, it's adult. Mystique, it's adult and family friendly. And they have Planet Hollywood, which they have an adult resort and also a family friendly resort. And there's other resorts on here. Grand Lido Negril is a special resort. It's like a 36 room or 30 rooms. And it's really, this is one of their high brand resort, and it's exclusive. So it's for people who like to let and be free. So this is a good resort for couples who want just the freedom of not wearing clothes if they don't want to. So clothing optional there. I wouldn't say a wedding would happen there. So for Royalton Resort, what I like about Royalton Resort, that they're available in Jamaica, Mexico, DR, Grenada, St. Lucia, Antigua, and there's some in Cuba. So we're not going to touch Cuba. But all these resorts, all the inside of all the Royalton Resort looks the same. So if you've seen one, they all have the same styling. So if you've seen one, you kind of know what the others are going to look like, which I kind of like about the brand. Also, their wedding packages are the same. It might be slightly different depending on what country you are, but they offer the same thing. So that's one thing about looking at a brand, that if you look at a Royalton in Montego Bay and I look at a Royalton in St. Lucia, the packages are the same. The cost might just be a little bit different because of where the resort is located. Other brands that I didn't cover in detail would be the Charisma Resort, which I like because they have a lot of resorts in Mexico that are nicely priced. They have the Generations, which is a family-friendly resort. They have the Azul, which is family-friendly also. They have the Eldorados, which is adult only, and they have very nice suites. Excellent Resort is also, they have one Excellence in Jamaica, and they have Excellence within Mexico also. Couples Resort is only in Jamaica. That's where they were formed. Obviously, it says couples only, so it's adult only. There's no kids allowed on Couples Resort, and they have like 4 resorts in Jamaica, so it's a good option if you're looking for a adult only wedding. That Couples Resort could be a good place for you to have it. Grand Palladium is in Jamaica, it's in DR, and it's in Mexico. So those are family friendly resort that are, price, I would say not budget, but if you're looking for something cost effective, that resort, Hotel Rio Resort, Bahia Principe Resort are good resort that are, I would say, budget friendly, that it's reasonable enough that if you have a lot of guests coming, it could be cost effective for them to get to your resort or for them to attend your wedding. I guess things to consider when you're picking a resort. When you have an idea of what you're looking for a beach wedding, you want an over the water experience, you want a rooftop, you want a nice garden setting. Once you kind of figure out what you're looking for and you're going to have adult only or a kid friendly resort, then you're going to start looking at a resort to see if you can qualify them, to see if that's going to be the right resort for you. So the things you're going to look at is your wedding date available? I've been having a lot of issues with people getting married next year, and they want to get married on specific days, whether it's 7/22, 10/22. Those dates are almost all gone already, because people who had to delay their weddings, who had to postpone, are all getting married, it seems like, next year. So a lot of wedding dates aren't available. So, picking the right resort is great, but if they don't have your wedding date, then, it's not going to work for you. So I would say try to have a backup wedding date, because sometimes the date you're looking for is just not going to be available at the resort that you want. The next thing I would say you need to focus on is the wedding packages. Depending on how many people are coming to your wedding, that wedding package can go up a lot, meaning that most wedding package covers 20 people. For each additional person, you're looking for $80 to $120, depending on the wedding package. So depending on how many people are coming to your wedding, you really want to look at the wedding package to see if it's going to work with the budget that you have. And then you're going to look at the wedding location that's available for you to get married at. Is this checking that box that, of what you want, your vision for your wedding? Is it going to be that dream that you're looking for? You want to be walking down, in an over the water chapel. Is it going to have it for you? The next thing you're going to look at is the cost of the room, because if you're picking a resort, if the room cost is too high, then a lot of people won't be able to afford to attend your wedding. So, it's not that people don't want to come to your wedding, but if you want more people to come, you have to make it affordable for them to come. So there has to be a compromise between what you're looking for and who you want to attend your wedding. So I seriously tell people to look at the cost of it. Look what 3 nights cost for the week you're looking for, to see how affordable that is. Then you want to look at the resort itself. Do they have good customer service? Are they responsive to you? I know during COVID now, it's really taking resort 2 to 3 days or more to respond to emails, because they're just so overwhelmed, and sometimes they're understaffed, because now they're just rehiring people, because now travel has picked up. So that's something you need to look at. Also, the accommodation. Look at the cost of the accommodation. You look at the style. Is it modern? Is it old? I mean, does it need to be updated? Because some of these resorts have not gone through an update in a long time. And you go to these rooms and they're like, just not really nice rooms. So you really need to look at the accommodation. The style does it fit the style you're looking for? Is it modern? Is it stylish? What do they look like? Also, the quality of the food and drink, because you're going to be in an all-inclusive resort for 3 to 4 days. If the food or the quality of the food and the drinks are no good, it's almost like you're wasting your time. It's like, why did I pick this resort? So that's something really you need to look at to make sure that it is at least up to par, that there is multiple restaurants to choose from. Is there a reservation required? How many restaurants are open? Because right now during COVID, not all the restaurants, when you go to the resorts, are open. Even though there's more people at the resort, they're still not up to full capacity. So not all the restaurants are open, and then you might not get the reservations you want for a restaurant because there's just limited seating. And entertainment. You're going to be at a resort for 3 days. What kind of entertainment do they have? Do they have morning entertainment? Do they have exercise? Do they have music going at a pool? Do they have volleyball? Do they have sports? What kind of sports? And do they have water sport activity? You just want to make sure that there's things going on at a resort that's going to keep you and your guests active and engaged and having a good time. So those are things that I think we need to look at. And at the end, if you need help with your wedding planning, I am available. You can contact me at info@eventtrail.com, or you can schedule a free consultation with me. So this is all I have. If you have any specific questions at any particular resort, that you have questions but you don't know like where to get answers, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you answer all your questions for you. Until then, see you next week. Bye.